Well, welcome to the podcast. There's a lot happening in the world of golf, social golf, YouTube, social media golf, just YouTube golf channels out there doing a lot of great things. And it's exciting. I love talking about it. One, I love golf. Two, I love YouTube. And three, you're sure to be in for a lot of things happening, events, occasions, fun stuff. That's what we do. And so that's something I love to discuss. And right now, just to follow up on the good minus Grant and Micah post kind of apocalyptic breakup. What's happened? Well, where are we at in terms of the content? I want to know your thoughts are, what are you thinking? What do you think of the current state of all those guys' content that's coming out, right? So Grant leaves and he immediately does a little a thing about he left, and then the next thing you know, he's hanging out with Christian Pulisic. So that was interesting, right? What are your thoughts on that? How did that sit? Did it go over? Was it like, hey, I broke up with my girlfriend and look at my new hot girlfriend? Was it one of those, or was it just, hey, I'm just moving on and going about making content? And I wasn't sure where it sat with me, but it was interesting timing, how it all kind of played out. We broke up. Next thing you know, I'm hanging out with USA soccer sensation right off World Cup. And it just all kind of panned in there and came together. So I thought that was interesting. I don't think he's the kind of guy that would be like, hey, let me rub it in your face. Let me show you what I got. Let me try to one-up you. I don't think any of that's going on. But it could be received that way, though. So I'm wondering how everybody received it. That's what I'm wondering. Also, they did a lot of content that's starting to trickle out now with Bob Does Sports. So they were out there doing a lot of stuff. They did a podcast with Rick Shields, and then they did these matches, these videos with Grant and Micah. So those are cool. I mean, Bob Does Sports, you're always going to have a good time with his videos, and they're a lot of fun, and I like them. So what are your thoughts there? Again, another just right on the heels of World Cup soccer Christian Pulisic video comes Bob Does Sports, and he's doing a lot of stuff. Grant is with Micah, two former good members collaborating a lot together. So that's, I don't know. What do you think about that? How is it received from everybody? And that's the kind of stuff I want to know. Like, where's it sitting with people? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I think they work well together. What's interesting, on the flip side of that is the good stuff is coming out again, or coming out post Grant leaving. And I'm wondering if y'all are feeling like, do you miss Grant on the channel? Do you feel like there's a void there that's not there, an energy that you wish you had that you don't have? Personally, for me, I liked, Luke Kwan just released a video with he and Matt Sharf playing at the Farms in San Diego. Now, I'm very familiar with that golf course because I played it a lot in college when I was when I was out there. So that's where I'm from. So that's a course that really resonates with me. So I wanted to see it and just kind of remember, the times I had played there and oh yeah, that, shot for shot. But he and Luke and Matt did a match, and I kept wondering to myself, would that be Grant? Would Grant be there instead of Matt playing against Luke Kwan? But either way, honestly, I really felt like Luke and Matt worked well together. It was a good kind of dynamic between the two of them that I really liked. Whereas I'm not so sure it would have been the same with Grant and Luke. So what are your thoughts on that? If you had seen it or not, let me know. What do you think about that energy? I personally think that if Grant were still with Good, that it would have been Grant and Luke playing that match. But personally, I preferred it with Matt and Luke. Man, a lot of names getting thrown around, but whatever. Like, I personally enjoyed those two. Now, Luke should be a much, much better high caliber player than Matt Sharp. However, it didn't bother me so much, right? That didn't matter. It just was a couple guys playing a little match head to head, and I really liked that. So for me personally, that was fine. But I want to know where everybody else is sitting. I mean, these aren't channels, like I don't watch a ton of stuff, but I try to watch more just to kind of stay up with what's going on, what's happening in the world of golf, so that I can report on it a little bit better and have more insight as to what's going on. Now, we're fast approaching January 3rd and the good announcement. So be sure to subscribe to this channel and stay put here, because I'm going to do my best to really give you the exclusive insight as to what's going on there when that news drops. So I've got my feelers out there, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you are the first to know, unless you know there. But hopefully it's here. We'll see. We'll do our best, right? All we can do is what we can do. And let me know what you think that news might be, because we're getting close and it's getting exciting. But regardless, in the world of this YouTube golf sensation, obviously there's some channels that are really doing well, really taking off. And the ones that are really shining now, I mean, obviously Rick Shields is the top dog, and his videos perform kind of regardless of what they're good, right? They're great, but they perform no matter what. And then you've got good really starting to, not starting to, but they've been performing up there. So they're always up there. And then Bob Does Sports, man, that guy's really come on the scene hard and strong. And he's always kind of been around, but more Instagram and that social media piece. But now his videos are really starting to kind of get refined and hone in on a market, a segment, and a style that really is resonating with a lot of viewers out there that love what he's doing. It's more of this kind of golf with the boys style, have a good time, party, drink, whatever. And that's what he does. And he does it really well. And it's a lot of fun. It's fun. You're going to have a good time. So that is something that's really resonating with a lot of people there. And I also want to know, what are your go-to channels that you're listening to, that you're watching, maybe that are up and comers, that maybe not are out in the general like big name brand at the moment? What are those new ones that are coming up that you're starting to watch and see? Comment below. Let me know what your channels are that you go to watch. I'm curious what's out there. There's so many golf channels out there these days, and there's a lot of good ones. Like for me, like my style isn't to go and do those kind of group 4 or 5 people videos, and that's just not kind of what I do. It's not how I develop my own personal brand. So that's most likely like not where I'm headed, which is cool, because there are people who do that and they do it really well. So I'm gonna let people do what they do, and I don't want to, again, we can't copy people. We don't want to do what other people do. We got to kind of have our own style. That's never really been my style, but I do like people who do that and they do it well. So the goods are crushing it. And then obviously GM Golf, he's doing his thing, and his videos are always performing. And so it's just now Garrett is minus Grant in the GM videos. So it's interesting how those are going too. I want to know your comments on that. A lot going on, a lot to talk about. Put your comments below. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys soon, real soon.